Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to No Limits Wrestling, and tonight history is going to be made. The Outsiders made their NLW debut as a team, teaming for the first time ever in NLW to take on The Undertaker and Sting. It was Scott Hall who debuted inside the Elimination Chamber last night at Havoc to help the NWO to victory, but can he help the NWO to victory tonight against Sting and the Dead Man? We shall see. And you want to talk about controversy at Havoc? Look no further than the Demon Finn Balor. He's about to make his way to the ring now. And he's not a happy man, I can tell you that for right now. Finn Balor, last night, went one-on-one with Kurt Angle in a spectacular matchup, but it's the end of the match that has people talking. Kurt Angle using the leverage with the tights, holding the tights of Finn Balor to keep his unbeaten streak alive, in fact. And Balor is not happy that Angle, oh my god, wait a minute. What the hell? Oh, and a super kick by Shawn Michaels, and what the hell the NWO doing out here? Another Big Show just holding Balor, and what the hell is this about?
Okay, everybody shut the hell up, and we'll clear some air right now, okay? This is from NLW's official Instagram, at NLWstagram. Shameless plug, I know, but this isn't the time for that. The fact is, this is what was posted this past week on our Instagram account. And I quote, from Finn Balor, as much as I respect Kurt Angle as a wrestler, he crossed the line when he refused to show any sign of respect or sportsmanship after he cheated to win our match at Havoc. Perhaps it's a side effect of having people like the NWO in power. I will continue to fight with honor heading into WrestleMania despite them. Now that sounds to me like you're criticizing us. And you know what happens to people who criticize us? Show him, Big Show.
Oh, what the hell, no. Oh, chokeslam.
Should have just bit your tongue and moved on, but you didn't. You chose to call our names out in addition to your petty rivalry. So, Finn Balor, consider this a warning to both yourself and NLW locker room. Consider this a warning to you guys, because the NWO control this place, and if you don't like it, tough shit, because we're in charge and we run this place. So let this piece of trash be an example to the rest of you. Follow the party line and no one gets hurt.
Well, the NWO and the Big Show knocking Balor out with that chokeslam on those steps. And for the love of God, when will this end? When will this dictatorship end? The commissioner is abusing his power, it's plain to see. Making an example of Finn Balor, who had the guts to criticise the way that the NWO operates. And I agree with what Finn Balor said. The respect has gone. And quite frankly, the NWO make me sick. Making a message at the expense of Finn Balor to the rest of the NLW locker room. Well, Aries has had a couple run-ins with the NWO in the past, but he is focused on the X Division Championship, because last night at Havoc he successfully retained his X Division Championship against Rob Van Dam. Presumably he's going to go on and defend that at WrestleMania, but who will it be against? That's the question. And speaking of championships, history is being made here tonight because the women's division is debuting here in No Limits Wrestling. It's been heavily requested, and we're going to have our first ever women's contest here in No Limits Wrestling. And the winner of this matchup is going to go on to WrestleMania and compete for the NLW Women's Championship. And I have got to say, what a way to kick off the women's division here in No Limits Wrestling, but with the First Lady of professional wrestling, Maria Kanellis. She, right now, is making history by being the first woman to compete on No Limits Wrestling. But the question is, who is her opponent? Who has she got to face? Who's she got to beat if she wants to go to WrestleMania? Well, this is something even I wasn't expecting. And the Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus, my goodness, NLW just got a lethal injection of Stratusfaction. And this is a woman who has made history, and in fact has set records with women's wrestling. And to have her in No Limits Wrestling, I'm in shock, to be honest with you. Well, I knew that we would go all out to get the best women from around the globe to compete for this NLW Women's Championship, but this is quite the start, isn't it? The First Lady of Professional Wrestling versus the Hall of Famous Trish Stratus, and now she is working on Maria and now drop kicking her in the face. And this is the first of 2 matches. The winners of both of these matches will go on to WrestleMania, and the 2 winners will compete one-on-one to see who is going to be the women's champion. That's taking place at WrestleMania, and it's a huge opportunity. Trish ducks and instead gets clobbered and stomped in the stomach. And Maria Kanellis, if you don't know her, look her up. She's a no-nonsense athlete, and she has managed some of the best wrestlers in the world. And right now, just delivered that sit-out spinebuster to Trish. And Trish has got to get back into this right now. And Maria Kanellis now working over the back of Trish. And that experience in Japan and the way she's managed various wrestlers around the globe, it's going to have to take some beating her at the moment, but Trish is going to try to at the moment. Goes over, but Maria kicks out. And let's not forget, Trish Stratus is one of the best wrestlers in the world when it comes to the women's division, and in fact many would claim she's the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Well, she can certainly add to her accolades, a list of accolades with a win here and a win at WrestleMania. However, she's got to get past Maria first, and Maria is going to look to try and beat Trish here. Maria now going for the springboard, but Trish is there. She catches out the legs and stops her, and Trish thought that was free, but what a super kick by Maria. And now Kanellis, standing moonsault, and these 2 women setting the tide for a great showcase here in No Limits Wrestling. Now Maria on the second rope, but waited for too long, and the head scissors takes her down. Who's going to WrestleMania? Who's competing for the title? It can only be one of these. And now sends her off the ropes in the spinebuster by Trish. It has been all Maria so far, but Trish is trying to get back into the contest. And now Oh My, right to the eyes. And now has her held, but holds on. And Oh My, I know what's coming, the Stratusfaction, the Bulldog from Trish, and Trish is going to WrestleMania. Maria, unlucky here tonight. Yes, she made history, but for the wrong reasons. And now Trish cements herself, cements a place at WrestleMania to compete for the NLW Women's Championship. And well, she is celebrating right now. But how long is she going to be celebrating for? That's the question. Because right now you can see that Stratusfaction to Maria gets the 1-2-3 for the victory, and she's going to WrestleMania. But next week we're going to have another matchup to determine who is going to face Trish Stratus at WrestleMania. And Trish is taking a bow right now, and she should. She's just won the first ever women's matchup here at No Limits Wrestling. And do not count out Maria just yet, because despite losing, she put up a hell of a performance. And that is the prize that the women of No Limits Wrestling are going to be competing for. And at WrestleMania, we're going to see our first matchup for that Women's Championship. Trish has won, and she is heading to the big time. And well, now you can see there in the back, Jeff Hardy. Last night, he was escorted out of the building by the commissioner after he assaulted him, and Bray Wyatt in fact, and he did not get to compete, but Willow did, and Willow put up an impressive showing against Bray Wyatt. But tonight, it is a rematch. Jeff Hardy gets his hands on Bray Wyatt in the House of Pain steel cage matchup, and for Hardy, this is one of the most important matches of his career. And you know, not to mention that a win at this time of year sets you in good stride heading into WrestleMania. And well, speaking of WrestleMania, the man about to make his way to the ring is going to be the world champion heading into WrestleMania. And as we saw last night, it was one of the best wrestling matches, not just in NLW history, but any match I can remember, to be honest with you. And AJ Styles retained the World Heavyweight Championship in a phenomenal, no pun intended, 30-minute Iron Man matchup against CM Punk. And CM Punk was unlucky to lose that contest. It could have gone either way. However, CM Punk was unlucky not to win last night, but AJ Styles is the one going to WrestleMania, and as you see there, he's going to be facing Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Ooh, so graphic. Oh gosh. Hey, let me give you some credit. You've got a lot of confidence in that paper champion of yours. But then again, you had a lot of confidence in your other champion. You bet against me, huh? You don't understand what you're saying. Winner takes all. That means no more tournaments, no more stupid matches. One man, one championship forever. That means I'll be the undisputed world heavyweight champion. This is about two men, two wrestlers coming out here to see who's the best. That's what wrestling is all about, and you keep screwing it up. And here's the truth. This belt that's around me, it's never got more respect as when I took it away. That's when this belt got some respect as when I took it away from you.
Well, AJ Styles obviously doesn't see CM Punk as a credible champion. But here, about to make his way to the ring, could very well be the next World Heavyweight Champion. He is the winner of the Royal Rumble, and because of that, means he is going to WrestleMania, and he is going to go one-on-one with AJ Styles at WrestleMania 2 for the World Heavyweight Championship. That man is The Undertaker, and well, we just heard what AJ Styles had to say about CM Punk. Many people felt he got screwed over last night in the Iron Man matchup, and CM Punk called a paper champion by AJ Styles just then. Caught up in a miracle win or whatever he's talking about, but nevertheless, AJ Styles is in the ring, and now he's face to face with the man he faces for the title.
Man, you need to calm down just a little bit. Now, as your #1 contender, that means I get to go and I get to fight you at WrestleMania. Everybody's caught up in that miracle win last night. WrestleMania, I become judge, jury, and executioner. WrestleMania, I will be crowned undisputed champion.
Well, The Undertaker, keeping it short and sweet, he says at WrestleMania he's going to be judge, jury, and executioner. And that could very well be the case, and he addressed the fact that AJ Styles was lucky last night to win. He called it a miracle win. But is AJ Styles going to win at WrestleMania? That's the question. If Undertaker has his way, Styles is not. Undertaker says he's going to be the undisputed champion. But AJ obviously begs to differ, and he's not willing to stay in the ring with The Undertaker for too long. He says he's going to see him at WrestleMania and leaves Undertaker for this matchup right now. So the world champion AJ Styles going to go to the back, try and take some time away from The Undertaker, because trust me, he's going to have plenty of time to get to know The Undertaker heading into WrestleMania and their matchup there. But right now, this is about two men trying to get some sort of revenge after what happened last night inside the Elimination Chamber. And if you think The Undertaker's elimination from the Elimination Chamber was pretty controversial, well, Sting's elimination was even more controversial. Sting, the lights went out when they came back on, he was knocked out, and Michaels pinned him to eliminate him. Still, that was a mystery in itself. Who attacked him when the lights went out at the Elimination Chamber? We don't know. We don't even know if Sting knows, but right now is about to make his way to the ring the man who cost Triple H, who is not here tonight, cost Triple H the matchup in the Elimination Chamber. Scott Hall makes his NLW debut, and the Outsiders face off with Sting and The Undertaker, and it's up next.
Hi, and if you're wondering if you should believe the hype, yeah, you should. I'm every bit as good as they say I am. Everything you've heard is true and more. I'm 1 in a million. Best in the world is just a gimmick. I'm better than the best. I actually am as good as everybody else pretends to be. It's scary. I'm Dean Ambrose. Hi.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This match is in progress. The Outsiders teaming together for the first time, representing the NWO here in NLW, and Sting just closed on Scott Hall, and this is Scott Hall's first match in NLW for him, so it's not going well for him at the moment. What a boot by The Undertaker. And Undertaker and Sting have teamed a couple times before, but they're not as well gelled as the Outsiders, obviously, and there you can see the tag, the blind tag, as Razor gets backdropped by The Undertaker, and now throttled by the throat, and look at the strength of Nash. That powerhouse, Big Daddy Cool, just threw Undertaker across the ring, and what a slap. What a chop to the chest, but an elbow by Nash, and now Nash going into the corner. And of course these men are going to be battered and bruised, especially after what happened in the Elimination Chamber at Havoc. Of course, it was Scott Hall who was the difference maker, making his debut at Havoc last night, helping the NWO win and making sure that Triple H did not win. But there you see, Nash pushes him away and now catches him out and lifts him, dropping him with a sidewalk slam, but Sting still kicks out. And now Scott Hall wants to tag, but he wants to punch him first. And now this well-oiled machine is working effectively to try and damage Sting. And look at that, just throwing him, deadlifting him almost, and that's 270 pounds. That's, my goodness, that's not a light man by any stretch. He's got thrown. And again, he's being thrown across the ring like a rag doll, and oh, there you go. And there you go, there are the tactics that the NWO have employed. Kevin Nash, and look at him, protesting his innocence, we saw him. And now the illegal double team has worked well for the Outsiders. And the Commissioner's probably watching in the back here, especially after beating up Finn Balor earlier in the evening. And the NWO continuing to cause havoc here tonight. At least they would hope to. Sting would, oh my goodness, Sting would beg to differ, but he just got his face planted into the mat. And how often is this going to happen? The Outsiders using illegal double teams, but he's reversing to the corner. And oh, the Stinger splash. And this is the opportunity that Sting might need. Undertaker on the apron, begging for the tag now. And Scott Hall, he desperately makes the tag. Makes the tag to Nash, but can Sting make the tag to Undertaker? He cannot. He was just caught out by Kevin Nash there. And now, Snake Eyes on the top rope. And points at him and delivers the elbow drop. There's nothing flashy about this team. They're all business. They're about kicking your ass. That's what the NWO's about. Oh, but now Sting with a sleeper. And now Razor has him by the hips. And now rammed hard into the turnbuckles. And that was the opportunity that Sting needed. And he makes the tag. Razor, I think he tagged in Kevin Nash. But Nash now. Power slam by the Undertaker. But Scott Hall in there to break it up. Could have been over right there. And Undertaker wants to get some more of Nash, but Scott Hall holds the leg, and oh my. Oh, I do not like the look of this. He suffered from it before the jackknife, but no. And went for the chokeslam, and now that double clothesline. Both men down center of the ring. And both Nash and the Undertaker need to make the tag to their respective partners. And the Outsiders impressing in their first outing here in NLW. But of course, they're no stranger to tag team gold. And they're working well. But Undertaker looking to tag in Sting, and oh, what the hell? And the lights have gone out again. This is exactly what happened in the Elimination Chamber last night. And when they came back on, Sting was knocked out, but well, Sting's not here this time. He's not knocked out, but he's just gone. Who the hell is messing with Sting, and who the hell just took Sting then? Well, he's not on the apron. Undertaker can't make the tag. He was distracted. And oh my goodness, the Outsiders edge. And the Outsiders get the win. Scott Hall pins the Undertaker, and for God's sake, the NWO once again win by nefarious means. Are they the ones? Are they the ones turning up the lights? It would make sense. But of course, they continue to protest their innocence, and I have no idea what the hell is going on. Good grief. Well, Scott Hall was the difference maker in this one, and in fact it was also the lights going out. Sting was there, and then the next minute he wasn't. The lights went out, he was gone, and then that was when Scott Hall took advantage with that razor's edge to the Undertaker. And the NWO pick up the victory, in the number one contender for the World Championship at WrestleMania suffers defeat here, but then again, it was a 2-on-1 situation at the end. And the Outsiders pick up a vital victory here. And the NWO's Night of Destruction continues. They won the Elimination Chamber, and now they've won here tonight. And there you see the World Champion AJ Styles looking happy, and in the back there watching this. He saw the Undertaker, and well, the Undertaker suffering this blip in momentum. That's going to be good for the World Champion AJ heading into their match at WrestleMania. But the story here is that the NWO continue their warpath. And well, ladies and gentlemen, you want to talk about war? Later tonight, it's going to be a war. It's Wyatt versus Hardy, the rematch from Havoc. Last night, Wyatt had to face Willow, but tonight, Jeff Hardy gets his hands on Bray Wyatt. It's the first ever House of Pain steel cage match, and it's our main event.